Hello everyone, my full name is Ngọc Duy Nguyễn, student ID S224916133. Today I would present about a data science task that I am working on. It is analyzing YouTube video data from news publishers, including Fox News, BBC News, CNN, and MSNBC about a news topic, and in my case, COVID-19. So the new things in this task is that I will analyze the relationships between the sentiment score with other variables. So before analyzing, I would briefly introduce you how data is cleaned and prepared for analysis. So in the cleaning and repairing step, because the basic data cleaning and repairing has been performed, so such as loading the CSV files into two data frames is videos DF and comments DF. Some columns also are related, and the commented and published ads are also changed into the that time data type. So in this step, I do not do any further actions. For each question below, some specific repair and clean data will be performed. So the questions that I come up with is use regression analysis with visualization to test the following hypothesis. The first one is there is a meaningful relationship between the sentiments of video title and sentiments of its corresponding comments. The second one is there is a meaningful relationship between the video light and the sentiments of its corresponding comments. And the final one is there a meaningful relationship between the duration of the video and the sentiments of its corresponding comments. So, firstly, because videos DF and comments DF are default data frames, so I related their copies data frames to ensure that we do not have any change in the default data. The next one, I will do column calculations here to calculate the sentiment scores and identify the sentiments of videos title and comments, and store the results in news columns. And because videos have a lot of comments with different sentiments, so if we want to find if there are any relationship between sentiment scores of comments with other variables in videos like likes, duration, or is the sentimental score of videos, we have to group video. We have to group by video ID and calculate the average score. The I mean the average score of sentimental of comments for each videos. And then I create a subplot with one line and three subplots and fixed size 24 sig. And then in the next part of my code to create subplots, I also use the for loop. But before this, I created a list called my list. This will store sentimental score video, like count and duration. This list it was created because I want that for each loop it will access to each column, because that is because we want to find the relationship between the sentimental score of comments with each of these elements. So in the so because we want to find the relationship between the sentimental score of comments with these elements, but they are in the different data frames. So we have to merge data frame on videos ID. So video IDs here is that it is a common key between two data frame, and how equal to inner. Inners mean that merging data is only performed for videos ID that exists in both two data frame. And is the loop that list equal to like counts. It means that when we want to compare the relationship between the sentimental score of comments and like counts, I do a data cleaning here to remove some outliers that have a huge comment count to make the subplots becomes easy to observe. And then to do regression analysis, I use thread plots, and I set the title for X label and E labels, and also the title for X subplots. And finally, I customize the data and display subplots. And you can see here is the result when I run this code. Yes, as you can see, there are three subplots for the relationship between the sentimental score of comments with each elements, including the sentimental score of video titles, the number of likes, and the duration of videos. So the observation here is that in the first subplot, which shows the relationship between sentimental score of comments and sentimental score of videos title, we can see that the most of videos have neutral, like I mean that the sentimental score equal to 0, and most of them also have the positive sentiments, like it means the score greater than 0, while the average score of comments vary between minus 0.1 to 0.2. In the first plot, the regression line mostly flat, which demonstrate the non-relationship between two variables. So I mean that there are not clear relationship between the sentimental score of videos and the sentimental score of comments as well. In the next subplots, we demonstrate the relationship between sentimental score of comments and the number of likes. Specifically, as you can see that the regression like is slightly scoped, which shows the quick relationship between the like count and the sentimental score of comments. It means that the number of like counts do not strongly affect the sentimental score of comments. And in the final subplots, it illustrates the relationship between the average sentimental score of comments and the duration of videos. So as you can see that the data points are really spread out, and the regression line just slightly scope a little bit. So I do believe that any change in the duration does not affect the sentimental score of comments. In general, the relationship in both three subplots are not clear, which shows that the like count and the duration, or the sentimental score of video titles, do not strongly lead to any increase or decrease in the sentimental score of comments. In other words, these variables do not affect each other. So in this start, I also face some challenge. The first challenge that I would mention is understanding the sentimental analysis. which is quite new for me. And also, and analyzing data to find the relationship between variables is also quite hard because we need to focus on a lot of things like the regression like and how data points spread out. So after going through the materials provided on the unit size and ask my peers and tutor as well, I can go through this task smoothly. So this is the end of my presentation here today. If you have any questions, please comment below and I will pleased to answer. Thank you.